Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up? How's the volume? Gold looking good to continue up right here. Let's start from the daily. Alright, so daily is currently bullish. We had a little gap up to start the day. That was a decent gap actually. Let me how big was this gap? Where did we close here? So 170 pip gap up. Not as bad as the gap a couple days ago. Wednesday, crazy gap. A couple days ago, yesterday. But daily's currently bullish. Not much of a bottom wick. 4 hours been pushing up slowly, like creating a bit of structure, which is good always. Let me stand this up. Yeah, 4 hours creating a bit of structure. So we got a support and a higher low. I'm still, I mean, until the daily flips bearish, I'm bullish on gold for now. But I do think gold has the potential to flip bearish today. Unemployment claims in just under an hour. We have this 4 hour resistance at 33.67, which we tapped into earlier and pulled back from. So yeah. So yeah, I think if gold does push up, you know, we retest this 4 hour again and then pull back, or we just make a resistance with this candle, the next one, and then we retest the lows again. So on the 30 minute, I mean, we got this clean range up to 33.59. Have a clean range up. And we've closed above this resistance. So if we pull back, retest this broken level, and then flip bullish, I think we could continue pushing up. So we'll see how that goes for gold. But yeah, this price action is a bit tricky with the fundamentals. Gold is a bit up and down right now. Sherlock, what's up? What's up? Yeehaw. Hello. Let's catch another trade. Benny boy, what's good? Alright, so let's see what pound yen is saying. One sec. Let's just put that up there. Gold is pulling back. All right, so pound yen daily is currently bearish. Respected yesterday's high. Kind of retested this previous daily resistance. Retested this previous daily resistance and we're pulling up. But pound yen has been ranging for quite a while now, pretty much all morning. As long as we stay above 189.5, which is this daily key level, I think pound yen can continue bullish. Right now, the structure looks better for buyers because we've got the resistance at 190. We've got a support on the 4-hour. So, I mean, if we re-break this previous 4-hour high, I can see pound yen retesting the resistance and then possibly continuing up. But this is what I mean by it's been ranging. So this was all London session. From here, this is what we've had. So nothing going on. Pound yen still very much inside the Asian range. So just need to wait for a breakout really. I think the sells look better than the buys because you have the cleaner ranges below. What's that, Bloomberg? So yeah, if we can if pound yen can close below this support, then I'll be looking for sells down. I wouldn't be looking for buys unless it breaks this resistance, because we've got this resistance here, and then, you know, I'd rather wait for the daily to flip bullish and hopefully we get a push up. Yeah, that's it. All right, so gold is retested. Now if it stays above 15 is about to close, this looks all right. If we can stay above here, I think, you know, we can push back up on gold. Would be nice. Would be nice. How was everyone's morning? Anyone catch any trades today? Anyone catch any trades? I was looking at gold buys, this continuation pattern here. Yeah, I was considering taking a break of this high, but I didn't like this wick, like these wicks were here. I'm glad I didn't, because I mean, it pushed up a decent amount, so I did have my eye on it. Look, it got to 50 pips, 59 pips, nearly 60 pips, and then it actually, you know, on the next candle continued to push up, got to 72 and then just dropped. So sometimes it's better to just wait. Let's see what gold does now. The 15-minute candle just opens. Caswell, what's happening? Rosie, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Just waiting on the moves now, waiting on the moves. All I see is buys on gold. Facts. Facts. When you were saying sells this morning, that's why I was like, why? Tell me what you see. Because the gold buyers looked better at that time anyway, with the daily being bullish, and I think we were up here and we'd closed above this resistance here. I think this is what it was like this morning. So we had that resistance, then this push up, and then it was this candle. So yeah, I think gold continues up. Looks like a break and retest with this resistance here. If the current candle breaks its high, I'm taking buys. Okay, so it'd be like a 15-minute impulse entry. Nice. Yeah, gold just looks more bullish to me. If it does want to pull back, I need a 4-hour resistance. I mean, we did break the previous 4-hour high, so I think we re-break it. We do have this long wick to fill. If the structure can stay bullish, this was a crazy pullback this morning though. This drop, 170 pips. Gotta stop being surprised with gold. Did the 20-second delay fix itself? I don't think so. So what I did on the actual streaming app that I used, the streaming program, it said something about a delay, so I took it off. So it should be a little bit quicker, but then it also depends on the device you're using as well. So I notice on my, so I have my stream up to see the chat on my PC. Now that's very quick, but if I have it on my phone, it's slower. So I think it also depends on the device. Yeah, but I still don't think it's like exact. It's still like a slight delay. Yeah, pound yen, nah, I don't really like the buys on pound yen until way later. Alright, so we got unemployment claims in 40 minutes. Let's look at last week's unemployment claims. So that would have been, what's the date? 24th, 17th. Let's go to midday. So unemployment claims, not much movement. Oh wait, that's 12:30, 1:30. Yeah, not much movement. What are they expecting today? So $222, pretty much the same as last week, to be honest. Not much going on. So how far is gold from these highs right now? So 50 pips. It seems like a lot, but it's really not. It's really not that far. Volume after news. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. Gold just, it looks bullish, but it looks like it's a slow push up. Like we haven't had any massive moves, and we still have this, we have this long range, long clean range to the left. So we need to break above 33.42, get a strong push up above, and then the range is very clean to the left. Let's see how this 30-minute candle closes. If it closes above this resistance, obviously it's a good look. We might get a continuation pattern again, like this 9 o'clock candle. If it closes weak bearish. But the closer to the candle open that it closes, the better. Let's look at the 15. I was actually considering buys just before the stream, like when this 30-minute broke the high, but it didn't have much of a bottom wick. I wanted to retest first, but it hasn't come back up yet. I want this 15-minute to close more bullish than it is now. So we don't get like a continuation pattern to the downsides. That's what it's looking like right now. Ooh, 15-minute breaks this previous low. I think it might sell back down into this range. Alright, 15-minute, what are we doing? Yeah, I'm not feeling these buys just yet. I think I might have to wait till after news, to be honest. Because even if this candle does close above, I wouldn't just take an entry yet. Still need to wait for this high to be broken. What's GJ doing? See, the reason why I wouldn't take buys above this resistance for pound yen is because of this resistance to the left and the fact that the wicks have rejected the daily flip. So I'd want all of this to be cleared first. Let's see how unemployment claims affected pound yen last week, if it did. Might not have. Slightly bullish, nothing crazy. Alright, 1 o'clock candle open. So we still closed above the resistance, which is good. You have a bottom wick on this candle, so they're just about one on my broker. Alright, you guys still looking to take a break of this high here? Still looking for these buys? I'm gonna wait till after news. Personally. You are gonna take some buys. Alright, brave soul, brave soul. I mean, you still have half an hour till news, so if you can manage to scrape some pips out of it, why not? Why not? break of this high was in this M15. I just don't like that, the bottom wick stuff, man. Now this should be a nice push up though. We've cleared these candles to the left on the 5 minute. These days you have to drop down to the lower time frames. So if you're just sitting on these bigger candles, it's just massive moves. Pound yen still chilling in the range. I still think gold needs to come back for this bottom wick, to be honest. Before it does anything. Yep. Use that bottom wick before it goes up. But one thing I know that will happen with gold, it needs to fill this gap. Like yesterday. Yesterday the gap was filled immediately. As soon as it was created, as soon as the market opened, pushed up, closed the gap, downtrend structure. Gold today, just been pushing up. Still no bottom wick. Nope. Still no bottom wick. Oh, the sells yesterday were nice though. Where were they? So yesterday was it? Yeah. I was waiting for this closure below this support. As you can see, it happened right after the stream, literally. Sorry. Wow. Yeah, literally the next candle after this, the first trade. Was it this trade here? After this, push down, closure below. So I used the 15 minute. I used the previous 15-minute high. So it's not the entry candle, but up here. And then price just dropped. Drop. Beautiful trade yesterday. And then pound yen we had the 2 levels on pound yen as well, which was here, or about here, 189, and then yeah, this was the same support, but this candle just had a massive push up. So the stop loss for one was too big. Even on the 15-minute, it was too big. And then, especially after a massive breakout, I like a retest before I get into an entry. And you can see this next candle actually pushed up first, came back, it did retest, but then this wick, it didn't really break the high. So there was no more continued buys, and then by the time it did create structure and I got a nice support, I wasn't trading anymore. That was what, 5 o'clock? Yeah, I was done for the day, but I saw it pushing, so not bad. Yeah, gold was the move. Once that gold dropped 100 pips, I was done for the day anyway. Said huge GJ push. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Man, every time I start streaming, I just start yawning for some reason. Run out of water already. Damn. Alright, so now we got a bottom wick on this candle, finally. Let's go, Goldie. Couldn't catch GJ. Nah, GJ moved. It was just I don't want to say it's a random push, because I don't think the market is random, but I'm not sure what happened at 2:30. Oh, it must have been PMIs. Duh. Same way gold dropped at 2:30. This was 2:30. Yeah, gold was dropping, pound yen was pushing. Big push up. Big push up. Get pound yen. Pound yen's not doing anything. Let's see if gold holds above this resistance, or it pushes back down into this range. But now we do have this bottom wick. We should get a push up. Unless it's waiting for news in 15 minutes. Could also be that. Could be that. Ha! Louis Vuitton's raised their bag prices as if they weren't expensive enough. Didn't China expose them already as well? Alright, Goldie. Alright, so a new 15-minute candle started. One sec. Alright, what do we think's happening with these unemployment claims? You think gold is pushing, or is it chilling? Or not much volume? You think it's not going to do much? We're going to have to wait for NYSE open. To be honest, that's when, for me, I've noticed it seems like that's when the market really starts moving. Gold really starts moving. When the volume kicks in, it's after 2 o'clock. So we've had a couple trades right like on the 2 o'clock candle. Like, this one was well, the started move yesterday was 1:30. We had the straight push down, no top wick, and then obviously next candle anticipated with volume. We keep pushing. This trade actually, it was a shame that it pulled back up to entry so quick. Like, it dropped 50 pips, stopped us out. I say us, stopped me out, and then just kept on dropping. But I'm glad that I got to get another entry. Definitely glad I got to get another entry. I'd have been a bit annoyed, but these levels were called to a T. Look at this. So the reason this is so thick is because there was actually 2 supports here, if you remember. So the idea was for price to come anywhere into this zone, this support zone, and tap one of them. But obviously where the line is the lowest support before this super clean range down. So yeah, man, that was a really nice trade. It was dropping so quick. Like 1 minute, what was I doing? I think I was on Xbox. Or getting ready to play, and then I just saw price drop. Yeah, that's it. I got into the trade and I was like, right, I'm gonna let this one run. and I just saw a candle just drop. I said, yo, I'm about to close this real quick, because not gonna lie, gold these days, I do have trust issues with gold, because as quick as it can push, I've seen it be one way and then I blink and it's 200 pips in the opposite direction. So you really have to be in and out with gold these days, man. People that are swing trading right now, they have a lot of guts, because I mean, I guess they would be in like hundreds of pips of profits, but then the pullbacks, are massive. Right, look at this, look at this. Gold just swung 30 pips in like a second. Crazy. Gold should be teaching people how important stop losses are right now. And when I used to mark up my stops, I would obviously put my entry in first, and then I'd put my stop loss in last, and then, well, second, and then my take profit would be third. But now if I'm getting into trades, I'm actually setting up the numbers beforehand, especially with gold. I've got my numbers lined up. So with C Trader, I can just put in obviously how big I want my stop loss to be, and I could just go for a round number, just say, right, just make it 100 pips and then reduce it afterwards, or 50 pips or whatever. So I'll make it close to what I want it to be and then get into my trade. And obviously if I'm doing a buy stop, sell stop, I put the stop loss in straight away. But market entry, my stop losses are set. More than the take profits, because that takes a bit longer, adds more time, but you have to put your stop losses in with gold these days, straight away. And with C Trader app, you can actually set your stop losses beforehand. So for quick trade, you can automatically have it at 100 pips and then change it, which I've had to adjust mine for my phone. Gold, what are we doing here? This 15 just looks silly. See, I couldn't swing trade, got to lock in them profits. Yeah, trust me. In and out. I mean, yeah, I think if the markets weren't so volatile as well, it's not easier, but if you get a good entry, then obviously, yeah, you can hold it if you have a specific bias or the fundamentals to back you. But right now, there's so much uncertainty. It's very difficult to have a direction for a long time, I think. That's only right now. Because gold could be bullish today. And then, you know, they say, oh, you know, we sorted out something with the trade tariffs. We're good now. And Feds are going to start dropping rates next month. Then all of a sudden, gold is bearish. So once they have that certainty, the markets will, it won't settle down, but yeah, you have a better idea of what's going on. I wish gold would make its mind up though. It's not really it's not going up, it's not going down, it's just sideways. How long till news? 5 minutes. Alright, where's gold going, guys? We're going up, we're going down. What are we doing? Yeah, that's better. I have no idea what's going to happen. Can't even guess. There's no point guessing. It's going to be 50-50 anyway. I don't know. I don't think this news is going to have much volume, to be honest. Not much volume. Because only unemployment claims and it's pretty average. It's not like drastic numbers. I think they've been pretty steady for the last few weeks. Yeah, around the same. 225k, 223, 225, 225, 224. It's just been the same for months. Yeah, literally. All right. In fact, what's the dollar doing? Still quite bearish. Yeah, still quite bearish. That's no surprise. Alright, less than 2 minutes. I mean, gold is staying above this resistance. It's not really breaking below, is it? Still got higher highs, higher lows. Pound yen coming back down. So yeah, I really want these sells below 189.4. Right, 30 seconds. Kind of looks like a bearish continuation. Is it gonna sell back into this range? What are the numbers? As expected, so nothing special. Nothing special. Pound yen pushed up a little bit. So now, just need to see a closure above this resistance. So hopefully this candle does push up and we close above, and then I'll be in some buys for 2 o'clock to fill this range. Hopefully we don't get some mad volume kick in. There was some other news I saw actually. So unemployment claims and durable good orders, but it's orange folder. Yeah, orange folder. Yeah, it looks like this area is going to hold. This is a resistance turned into a support. Yes, it's holding, it's holding, it's holding. Go on, just need a push now. Continue this uptrend structure. And now we should get a nice little bounce. Said gold's defo bullish. I think so. I've been leaning more towards buyer since this morning, but I really want to see gold break above this 4-hour resistance. That's really what I want to see to confirm my bullish bias. Now I was gonna say it's a long way away, but it's 200 pips. Gold does that. That could be one candle, literally. Alright, it's nearly 300 pips. That was a bit of an exaggeration. Or under exaggeration, but yeah. Come on. This 1 hour candles needs to break this high. Keep pushing. But I mean, 25 minutes left. I don't want it to push too far away from this resistance. Oh, gold. It's gonna fly, isn't it? I have a feeling it's just gonna push up and just be gone. Once it clears this area, rockets. Right? Facts, facts, facts. No, I hear you. Oh, you got into the trade here. You know what, that was probably smart. That's probably smart. It's a decent stop loss too. 60 pips. Decent stop loss. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the closure above because, you know, it's a news candle, isn't it? Oh yeah, gold's gonna pop, isn't it? Go on, gold. Do what you gotta do. Man, I might take the 15-minute, you know, I've been looking more at the 15 since 30-minute candles have been extra big, but I do like the idea of the 15 taking an entry on the next candle, next 15-minute. But we've got 6 minutes. If gold can stay above this level, then it wouldn't be too bad. I think stop loss would be a bit bigger though than 60 pips. Because how far has it pushed already? 84 pips. But no joke, stop losses are between 50 to 100 pips these days. I think my stop loss yesterday was about 100 and... It was 100 and change, my stop loss yesterday. But I mean, 100 pip stop loss to gain 100 pip profit is still 1-to-1. Just means I have to hold a little bit longer. Minimum I'm looking to take off the table for gold is 50 pips. 50 pips now. Especially if my stop loss is bigger than 100 pips. Or if my stop loss is bigger than 50 pips, I'm taking at least 50 pips off the table. Just because the pullbacks are so crazy. Go on gold. So you have to hold longer. Yes, 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 yes. Definitely. Alright, still got just under 5 minutes. Little 30 pip pullbacks. It's becoming the normal. Oh, it's become the normal, not even becoming. Go on, don't push back into the 1330s, 3330s. Come on, stay above here. Okay, GJ didn't do much for this news. There's a 4-hour resistance, 3443. Do you mean this old one here? You mean this area here? Is this the resistance you're talking about? Yeehaw. I think this is the resistance. Must be around here. Yeah. Do you know what? Right, so with levels, yeah. How I deal with support and resistance levels. Now, if this is obviously is a resistance over here, but because we've broken it, like we broke that resistance, and then coming down, it didn't really hold price. Because it's been broken twice, I wouldn't even count that as a level anymore. Not one that I need to consider currently. Because yeah, just because it's been broken. Like if it had been tapped a couple times, like if it was an old level and then, you know, before it had been respected and there's a couple bounces away from that level, then I would say, okay, this is definitely a level that needs to be, I need to keep my eye on. but because, like I said, we created that level, it was broken on the way up, on the way back down. It's not even like it was a retest level. There was no retest to that area or anything like that. That's why I wouldn't even count it. And gold did not close above that resistance. It actually closed with a rejection wick because it rejected this resistance. Yeah, I don't like gold buys just now, right now. I don't like it. Nope, nope, nope. That's better. I sit back when I'm gaming. Looking at the forex.com platform. Okay, cool. I think I have that one. Yes, sir. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, because I do see it as one. It's just, yeah, like I said, it's just an old level for me. So now if it was like, let me go back to the main chart. So now if that level, say this is the resistance, and then we pushed up, and then we came back, we retested this area, came up, you know, we was pushing down, we held. Now, if price was doing something like this, and this is the resistance, and it's been tapped loads of times, like price kept coming back to it, then I would consider it like a, you know, an important level, especially an old one. But where it hasn't, there's nothing here, especially in the past, because obviously it's a new price, it's a new price point, because it would have been all-time highs. That's why I wouldn't even, like, it's not valid for me as a resistance, as a significant one for today's price action. So the levels I would be looking at now for resistance, obviously this one up here. So it's a resistance. So I want to see what price does here. Obviously if it creates another resistance somewhere within this range, and then I can't even call this a support, 4 hour support, but I guess it would be this one. If I'm looking at a recent level, it would be this 4 hour support here. But I don't want to have too many lines on my chart. That's the thing. So I don't add everything on there. If that makes sense, but I can see why, you know, price is potentially rejecting that area, or yeah, we have been pushing away because it has been a previous level, but I just think it gets broken. I do. What would be good though is this current 4 hour candle, if it does close, like if it does close around here. Oh, is GJ breaking? Oh, that's the price point, 184.4. Do you know what? That's a good shout, Caswell. Caswell came in with the signal out of nowhere. Yo. All right, all right. How big is this stop loss? 30 pips. Man, I'm expecting to massive stop losses. 30 pip stop losses just sounds so small right now. I have to sit up for this, sit up to get ready. If it can finally break, because I thought it was going to break here, and it was kind of a fake out because we got a little closure below, we spiked down, pushed up. So So hopefully this one continues down. New 4 o'clock candle, 4 hour candle as well about to open. Yeah, this is good. This is good. See what the 4 hours looking like. All right, let's get ready. Get ready for the closure. Well, we got 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes. These should be some good GJ sells. Sorry, I had a little cough there. Should be good, should be good. All good. Alright, GJ, come on now. Just give us that closure below. I've actually got my eye on gold too for a closure above. Which one are we taking, guys? Which one do we want? Gold buys or GJ sells? What are we focusing on? I'm going to leave it to you. What do we want? Gold sells. Gold buys, sorry, or GJ sells? Rosie saying GJ. He is saying gold. Benny saying gold. Oh, guys. Okay. Well, whichever one gives us the closure, that's the one we're taking, right? Whichever one gives us the closure. So we're either going to get a closure above or we're going to get a closure below. Can't wait. Oh, 2 for GJ, 2 for gold. To be honest, GJ's looking better than gold right now because gold is very wicky. And GJ's actually broken the low. 6 minutes left though. You know GJ could do some BS and just push through this range before the candle even closes. But to be honest, guys, GJ is looking better right now. Can't lie. The GJs have it. The GJers. So, alright, so we need GJs close below 189.4 and gold to close above 3342 to be on the safe side. So I'm gonna keep an eye on the price. Actually, I have it on my monitor as well anyway. Keep an eye on Goldie. But GJ does look better. But you know, we've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes till we find out. So GJ does look better for now. For now. But I mean, gold's only got to move 20 pips. That's like a 1 minute candle. looks better for now. Alright, how long we got left? Still just over 4 minutes. GJ, don't push too much. Then we just need a top wick. Maybe a little retest of this support, and then some nice sells down. Oh, I'm actually quite excited. It's gonna be a nice trade, I think. I think it's gonna be a nice trade. Gold's pushing though. Gold's pushing. Would you guys take both trades? Would you set up trades for both pairs at the same time? Have you ever done that? Okay. Yes. Rosie says set and forget. Yeah, you got patience. You've got patience for that, and I think that's dope. Because I have patience to wait for the trade, but I think that takes up most of my patience for when I'm in a trade. When I'm in the trade, I have less patience. You know, like I hit my patience cap if I'm waiting a long time. So I'm managing it quickly. Oh, sorry. Alright, 2 minutes left. And gold. Gold is pulling back. Gold's not looking great, but a lot can happen in 2 minutes. Literally only 20 pips. Well, I want it above 42, so yeah, about 30 pips. Yeah, GJ looks like it's going to be the one. Wait, GJ's pulling up too. Right, how big is the stop loss now? So I'd have my first stop loss will be about 40 pips for pound yen. I'm going to put a sell stop right here. Oh, if the candle closes below. Now GJ just dropped, it's not GJ, gold's just dropped 50 pips. Crazy work. Fifteen seconds. Alright, so we're not going to get the gold closure above in 6 seconds. And pound yen. Pound yen closed right on the support. Oh, wow. So no sells for pound yen. No buys for gold. But gold closed back in the range. Oh, man. These markets right here. Did not see this coming. So gold's rejecting the highs. Well, not the highs, but well, kind of the highs in this current structure. Now pound yen could be making a top wick, break the low and keep pushing. But you know, I don't like these entries. And now, because we've pushed down twice into this area and then pulled back up, for me, I'm looking at this like a rejection area. Look at these two candles. It didn't even break this candle. This candle's low. Which, yep, look, previous 4-hour candle's low. GJ didn't break. This is not nice, you know. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. But remember, it's a new 4-hour candle. Just opening now, so it could just be making a bottom wick to push up, or it could be respecting this resistance to come down. Yeah, this is not great. This is not great. And it closed back in this range too. So this could have been, oh, it's a bit much for a fake out. Too many candles for a fake out, but yeah. Okay, if the current 4-hour candle breaks the previous 4-hour low, you're taking sales, impulse entry. You're talking about on GJ? You must be talking about GJ. Talking GJ, right? I mean, yeah, you must be talking about pound yen. Woo! Let's see now. Let's see what pound yen does. But to be honest, all right, let me get rid of this. Look, on pound yen, the 4-hour closed below this 4-hour support. So it's a 4-hour closure below. Yeah, I mean, if we do break this low, we'll most likely break this low here too. And then we would be breaking the 4-hour lows. So yeah, GJ sales still look good. If price obviously continues down, it does still look good. Gold is dropping. All right, so now gold's approaching this previous support. And this is quite a significant area. Look how much times gold has pushed up from down here, these prices. I kind of want to see how GJ plays out. I'm interested. If you get a drive down. So where's it got a break? 189.31, call it. Now gold to me looks like it's creating a continuation pattern. Got this bullish candle, weak bearish. So all this candle needs to do is just make a bottom wick, flip bullish, fill this previous wick, break the high, and push up. Keep an eye on Goldie. Said GJ cells still look good. They do, you know, they don't look bad, do they? They don't look bad. If we can just like break this bloody low already, then yeah. Just need to break this low. Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna leave it here, guys. But yeah, if GJ does break this low, depending on how this, well, yeah, depending on how this candle looks. If it doesn't, I don't think it pushes up too much. But if it does create a support in here, then I'm just gonna hold off for the buys, the sells for now. If it creates a support here, then I would wait for a closure below before I get into some sells. If it closes below this support, then I'll be looking for, you know, more sells down, because obviously then it's a closure below. But if this candle manages to actually break this low, then I might actually take some sells on this current candle, if this current candle breaks that low. For gold, I need to see a closure below 33.28 for sells, or a closure above, still a closure above 33.42, 41.42 for buyers. But I'm not going to rush into anything, because this market, this price action it's a bit crazy today, isn't it? It's just a little bit crazy. But I don't know, GJ doesn't look like it wants to push up, because it's not giving much of a top wick. But yeah, if it breaks these 4-hour lows, we're going to get some good sells on GJ down to, what was that, like 70 pips? No, I can't count. 30 pips, sorry. I was thinking something completely different. 30 pips. It's not a massive range, is it? Look at that. That would even have been that would have been a negative risk reward. Didn't even clock that. So yeah, it depends on how this candle closes. Hopefully this candle doesn't push up too much, and I can get some GJ sells today. But yeah, guys, back tomorrow. I don't think there's any news tomorrow afternoon. I think it's Gbp news. yeah, we've got retail sales, pound retail sales in the morning, and nothing for USD in the afternoon. So yeah, we should have a decent session. Might be quiet. Little, you know, Friday markets can be a bit funny, but we'll see. But yeah, back again tomorrow, guys. Peace out.